Hi, good morning to one and all. Myself, A. Ramanjanailu. Today I am going to explain a relation between elastic constants. Already we know elastic constants that are Young's modulus E and modulus of rigidity C and bulk modulus K. Okay. First of all, we briefly know what is elastic constants. It is first coming to Young's modulus. Young's modulus is equals to, it is the ratio of normal stress to the normal strain, and coming to modulus of rigidity, it is denoted by C or G, that equals to shear stress by shear strain or shear angle. Next, the last one, that is bulk modulus, it is denoted by K, it equals to, it is the ratio of direct stress by volumetric strain. Okay, these are the equations of Young's modulus. Next, modulus of rigidity and bulk modulus. Okay, in this session I am going to derive the relation between first E and C and E and K, after that ECK. Okay, first I am going to derive the relation between Young's modulus E and modulus of rigidity, that is C or K. Okay, consider a cube it is fixed to the base. Okay, the cube is A, B, C and D. Here consider a cube A, B, C, D. Okay, next, it is subjected to a shear stress. Okay, here the base is fixed so that it will act in opposite direction. Similarly, in other directions, okay, the cube ABCD is subject to shear stresses. Okay, due to the shear stresses, what happened? It will get some deformation in the cube. Now I am considering a diagonal AC. AC is the diagonal. Next, due to the shear stress, the body will get deformed. Okay, the B is shifted to the new point B dash and C is shifted to the new point C dash with some angle phi. Okay, it is the deformation angle. Okay, this is the phi. Here the diagonal AC also shifted. Here C is shifted to C dash, so that the diagonal also subjected to tensile stress. Okay, next, we need to calculate the strain produced in the diagonal AC. Okay, I am going to finding the strain produced in the diagonal AC. Okay, that is, it is the ratio of change in length by original length. Change in length by original length. Here the change in length in the diagonal AC can be calculated by final length minus initial length by original length, that is initial length. Here the final length is AC dash and initial length is AC, and initial length is representing AC. Okay, here initial length is AC AC dash minus AC by AC. It is the strain produced in the diagonal AC. Now we need to find out AC dash. For that I am drawing a perpendicular from C on C dash. This point is known as E. Okay, this point is known as E. Okay, from triangle C dash E, cos here the angle is 45 because here the smaller angles is produced. Here in this AC is equals to AE because here only smaller angle, that is the angle is negligible. Here the cube, so that the diagonal here having angle 45 degrees, so that the same angle is also in this triangle, smaller triangle, so that from this triangle the angle is 45 degrees. Therefore cos 45 degrees is equals to, cos means adjacent side by hypotenuse. In this triangle adjacent side is EC dash and hypotenuse is CC dash. Therefore that equals to EC dash is equals to CC dash cos 45 degrees. Okay, from this triangle we calculated EC dash is equals to CC dash by CC dash cos 45. Here AC dash minus AC is equals to, we can written as AE. Here AC is equals to AE. Therefore it can be written as AC dash means AC dash minus AE. The remaining is EC dash by AC. From this triangle AC dash can be written as CC dash cos 45 degrees by AC. Okay, now I am converting this AC. Here AC in triangle ACD. Okay, similarly from triangle ACD. The angle is 45 degrees at point C. Cos 45 degrees is equals to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is in this triangle DC and hypotenuse is AC. Therefore we need to replace the AC, so that I am converting this equation in terms of AC. AC equals to DC by cos 45 degrees. Therefore substitute AC value in this equation. CC dash cos 45 degrees by AC is DC by cos 45. That equals to CC dash by DC cos square 45 degrees. That equals to cos square 45 means 1 by 2 CC dash by DC. Okay. From triangle CC dash D. Here this angle is phi. Tan phi is equals to, this is CC dash and this one is D. C opposite by adjacent, that is CD. Therefore DC is equals to CC dash by DC can be written as tan phi of tan phi. For smaller angles it can be written as of phi. It is the strain produced in diagonal AC is of tan phi. It can be noted as equation 1. Okay. Next, strain produced in diagonal AC can be written as tensile force on diagonal AC plus compressive force on diagonal BD. Here BD is one more diagonal. Here AC is from cube A, B, C, D. AC is one diagonal and BD is one diagonal. Due to this compressive stress, the diagonal BD and AC. Here AC is subjected to tensile stress and BC is subjected to compressive stress. Okay, therefore tensile stress is written as tau and compressive stress is written as minus tau. Okay, from equation of Young's modulus is equals to sigma by stress by strain. From this equation, I'm going to convert stress by Young's modulus. Okay, the same equation I am producing here. Here it can be written as strain produced due to tensile force on diagonal AC. Next, similarly here also strain produced due to compressive force on diagonal BD. Okay, that equals to here tensile force on diagonal strain produced, that is, it can be written as sigma by E plus here compressive force can be written as minus due to this here tensile force on diagonal AC. Due to this same shear force, compressive force is act on the diagonal BD, so that it can be the length of the diagonal BD is reduced, so that I placed minus sigma C by E. Okay, and here Poisson's ratio also will be added. Here sigma T is written as tau by E. Here sigma T is equals to tau plus minus sigma C. In place of sigma C, you can replace minus of sigma tau by E. Therefore, minus of minus plus. The final equation is tau by E plus tau by E. Therefore, I am taking tau by E as common. 1 plus, sorry, here 1 by m is there. 1 plus 1 by m. It is equation 2. Okay, equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, equating equation 1 and 2 of tan phi is equals to tau by E 1 plus 1 by m, sorry, tan phi can be written as phi. Therefore, E is equals to, I am cross multiplying this equation, 2 tau by phi into 1 plus 1 by m. Therefore, E is equals to, here we know that tau by phi is known as modulus of rigidity, that is, can be written as tau by phi. Observe, tau by phi is equals to C, 2C into 1 plus 1 by m. Okay, it is the relation between Young's modulus and shear modulus. Okay, next I am going to solve the relation between Young's modulus and bulk modulus. Okay, consider a cube with side A. Okay, now I am considering the cube okay, it is subjected to direct stresses in all directions, that is x, y and z. Okay, a cube A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Next, I'm calculating the strain produced in side CD. Okay, that equals to sigma by E minus 1 by m into sigma by E minus 1 by m into sigma by E. Here sigma by E is strain due to applied direction. Suppose I taken in x direction. Okay, in x direction the strain is positive. In remaining two directions, that is y and z direction, the strain is negative. The remaining two sides is compressed, so that the remaining directions due to the applied stress sigma, that is minus sigma by due to the based on the Poisson's ratio 1 by m and 1 by m. I am taking sigma by E as common, that is 1 minus 2 by m. Okay, it is the equation 1. Similarly, volume of a cube is equals to a cube. Next, change in volume, that equals to, it can be by differentiation the above equation, 3a square dv. Okay, dv, and it is v. Okay, next dv by v is equals to 3 a square. Suppose the side is replacing a as L, okay, 3 L square d L by L cube. By cancelling the here L square L cube get cancelled, the remaining equation is 3L by L. Okay, already calculated change in length in the side A, that is delta L by A. Substitute this change in length by original length in this equation. Here dV by V means volumetric strain, that equals to 3 into sigma by E into 1 minus 2 by m. Okay, in cross melting by then this above equation, E is equals to 3 into sigma by EV into 1 minus 2 by m. Therefore, we know that sigma by EV is known as bulk modulus, that is 3k into 1 minus 2 by m. It is the relation between Young's modulus and bulk modulus. Okay, next I am going to calculating the relation between Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and shear modulus. Okay, we know that relation between E and C is E is equals to 2C into 1 plus 1 by M. From this equation it can be written as E by C is equals to 2 plus 2 by M. Taking this equation as 3, okay, equation as 1. Next, from relation between E and K, E is equals to 3K into 1 minus 2 by M. From this equation, E by 3K is equals to 1 minus 2 by M. Okay, it can be written as equation 2. Okay, next, I'm adding equations 1 and 2. E by C plus E by 3K, that equals to 2 plus 1 plus 2 by M minus 2 by M. Here minus 2 by M plus 2 by M cancel. The remaining is 3. Suppose if you get, take E as common, 1 by C plus 1 by 3K. Here getting LCM, 3KC by 3K plus C is equals to 3. Therefore E is equals to 9KC by 3K plus C. Okay, it is the relation between E, C, K. Okay, now we finally calculated the relations between E, C, K. Is relation between E and C is E is equals to 2K 2C into 1 plus 1 by M, and relation between E and K is E is equals to 3K into 1 minus 2 by M, and relation between EKC, that is E is equals to 9KC by 3K plus C. Okay, these are the relations between E, C, K. Okay, thank you.